Hey guys, this is Captain Frugal reporting for duty, and today I want to talk about a video that I just seen. Says, I can't believe Ted Nugent said this, from the Music Is Win channel. So sit back and enjoy the video. Alright guys, I just want to make sure I make a point about this. I don't dislike either of these people in this topic. Music is Win is a channel I enjoy. I think it's a fun channel. I do enjoy spending time watching it once in a while. But here it is. Look, 1.54 million subscribers. Big channel. And the Grindmaster must be stopped. He has a disagreement with Ted Nugent. Now, let's be fair. I like Ted Nugent too. I like both of these guys. Now, Ted Nugent is very hard-nosed, very big in believing in his ways, set in his ways. And you know what? I think that's fine for anybody to be, to a degree, as long as you're willing to have civil discourse. He is known to be, he's pretty full of himself. But, let's see what happens here. I find this interesting that this video had to be made. So let's check this out. I'm going to play a little bit of it, and then I'll talk about it.
There's only one source of the ultimate animal breeding inspiring grindmaster guitar licks. Me.
Okay, there's that narcissism there.
I'm beginning this video by saying I didn't want to make it.
No, wait a minute. He didn't want to make it, but he did. So he did want to make it. Let's be honest. Once again, I like this guy, but he made this because he knew it would get views. Let's just be, don't tell me I didn't want to make this, so I made this. If you didn't want to make it, you don't make it. So that argument is already out. So once again, I like both these guys. I'm going to be objective for both sides as best as I can. So let's see what's going on next here.
I do like to comment on whatever is going on in the guitar world if it's compelling to me. This was certainly a compelling story, the whole Joan Jett versus Ted Nugent. If you don't know what happened, he said that she shouldn't be on the Rolling Stone Top 100 guitar players list from 2003, by the way.
Okay, just so it's 2003, he's talking about a past thing. I don't see a problem with that. I could see maybe saying, why is he drudging this up from the past? Point for Music Is Win there. Okay, let's think about that. 2003 best guitarist. Is Joan Jett really one of the best guitarists? At that, I like Joan Jett. Don't get me wrong. I like a lot of her music, but a top guitarist? Ooh, that's a rough one. And once again, I'm nothing special. I'm not in the top. Let me clear this. Music Is Win and Ted Nugent are probably both better guitarists than me. I'm rusty. I'm still shaking off the rust of not playing for 6 years. I've only been playing again for maybe 6 months now and back in recording. So I am still pretty rusty. So I'm not like I'm better than any of you. Please don't think that.
Who's still talking about that? I still remember buying this issue in high school. Look, I framed it. I've had it for years.
He's got a pot
decades.
on his toilet.
He also said some other weird stuff about her being a lesbian and whatever. She replied with pretty snarky responses, pretty hilarious and cutting stuff. It should have been done after that. But then he responds again, and it's just all the stuff that he said. I really just kind of wanted to put it into context. And the reason I didn't want to make this video is because I didn't want it to be like, oh, well, you just don't like Ted Nugent because X, Y, and Z. I don't like what he said. I don't hate anyone, really. I just feel the need to take somebody down a peg when I think that they are wrong, but only when it's something that I am completely 100% knowledgeable about.
Okay, well, hold on here. So he feels he needs to take him down a peg. Fair enough. People do that once in a while, but only something he's completely knowledgeable in. So let's see what he's knowledgeable in. Now, first of all, I don't know much about the back and forth between Ted Nugent and Joan Jett. I don't know if this has a sexual orientation issue of a problem here, but my focus here is best guitarist, what these said and my thoughts beyond that. So let's continue on with that.
In this case, music, guitar playing. So the Nugent's politics,
okay, he knows
I'm not going to get
well.
into it. Don't care.
Okay.
Think what you want. I do not care.
Good. He said he doesn't care about the politics. That's not going to be a problem. Good. So all this should be focused on the guitar playing. Excellent. Let's check it out.
I can care less what any musician has to say about politics, left or right. This video is solely about guitar and music. We may touch on a couple little outlying tendencies we noticed.
Wait. You just said politics out completely on guitar, but now you're already saying you're going to go on to the outliers of that. I don't like that. You've already said I'm going to do this, but I'm not. I'm calling you out on this one. That's not keeping it straight and narrow there. You're sort of already giving yourself leeway to say that other things have influenced me and are. So I don't like that part of this argument.
This about the Nuge, which is maybe indicative of a greater issue, but honestly overall I just had to make this video in the end because he insulted Dave Matthews and Joni Mitchell and like all these amazing players. You know, it wasn't just Joan Jett. It was just all this stuff that he said in this course of these couple live streams that he put on his YouTube channel. I don't really have an outline for this video or any.
So wait a minute. First it was about the guitar thing, now, but with a little bit on the outside, and now it's all these because of what he said on these live streams. He's already sort of shooting his own argument in the foot here. I don't like that where he's going here. Let's continue to see what's happening.
Anything. I just have my reactions. So let's go.
There's only one source of the ultimate animal breeding inspiring
That's good.
grindmaster guitar licks. Me. Now
There's the Ted
wait,
narcissism
Ted,
coming in there.
He's really great. Ah, yes, but
Well,
Ted clearly doesn't believe he should be on that rocket.
Let's be fair. Ted Nugent is a great guitarist. You like the guy or not, like his politics or not, he is a very good guitarist. People really shouldn't. I mean, everybody can argue that's subjective, but he did do a lot of big hits, and even besides just the hits, the playing, and you look at what kind of gear he used to get that kind of playing. He's a good guitarist. Let's call it as it is.
Roll top 100 guitarist list. He's clearly not jaded, although he is, by his standards, the grindmaster super. What was the thing that he said?
Ultimate animal breeding inspiring.
That is crazy.
Grindmaster.
The ultimate animal breeding inspiring grindmaster.
Grindmaster.
If he's the source, then you would think that's the best guitar player in the world. I mean, there can only.
Okay, here's another thing. Once again, he's off the argument. He's making fun of him. He's going out of the way, taking those words to make fun of him. That's not actually discussing the topic at hand, the Joan Jett top 100 guitarists. So he's sort of, Music Is Win here is, the gentleman here in this video is sort of going off on that path. So clearly some other things have gotten to him. This is more to it than just the guitar thing, but let's continue. That's just my thoughts.
Be one guitar player like that, as he says. So wouldn't that guitar player have to be on the Rolling Stone top 100 guitar list?
Angus Young does a great job. Eddie Van Halen,
Yep,
awesome.
great guitarist.
How can you say I'm the ultimate grindmaster and then be like, you know, Angus Young, fine. Eddie Van Halen, he's fine. But me, I'm the grindmaster.
Okay, maybe he has an issue because of his narcissism. In that case, yeah, Ted is being a narcissist here. Let's be honest. Ted's great, but Angus Young is phenomenal, as well as there's no arguing about Eddie Van Halen as well.
Grindmaster. By the way, I'm going to another tangent. You ready for another tangent? You love my tangents. Everybody
We
who
love
loves my
'em.
tangent, raise your hand.
Me.
His
When you
tangents
see the
could be funny.
Rolling Stone magazine,
Rolling Stone magazine isn't
List of
authority
greatest
on anything
guitar
either, let's be
players.
honest here.
they list Joan Jett, but not Tommy Shaw.
Okay, that's an argument. I would have to say Tommy Shaw is a better guitarist than Joan Jett. Now, granted, there's a connection to Nugent there, so maybe he is a little butthurt there. Let's be fair there. But, you know, if we're talking... But then what are the qualities here? What are the metrics that they're using for top 100 guitarists? That is arguable as well, to be fair.
I can't believe they didn't list Tommy Shaw! Now look, I'm not an idiot. Of course, Joan Jett's guitar skills technically are limited, but anybody with half a brain knows that making a top 100 guitar list, first of all, is very subjective.
Okay, wait a minute. So first of all, now he's got to go with the anybody with half a brain. That's another attack. Rather than sticking onto the topic, what are the metrics? Discussing that, he has to go with attacks right away. Anybody with half a brain. I don't like that. Once again, Music Win, I like your channel. I think you provide a lot of great content. But I think there's something that triggered you here. I think you got triggered and your butt hurt. Let's be honest here. And Nugent is also butt hurt. I think we're dealing with butt hurt versus butt hurt. So let's continue on there. Subjective, but even he admitted now in his own argument, Joan Jett is not necessarily a great technical guitarist. I'm not saying she's not a good guitarist. Don't get me wrong. She has some really cool riffs and things like that. But she's not a phenomenal technical skilled guitarist. But let's see what else he has to say here.
Why would you ever get mad unless you're completely dim? Second of all, the criteria
unless you're
is not
completely
just
dim.
who is the
Another
best
attack.
player. It's Who writes the best songs? Who has the most distinct tone? Who has the most attitude? There's so many different factors that go into what a great guitar player is, and we haven't gotten to anything controversial yet. I don't think.
Okay, all those other factors could be tone, the songs written. Both Joan Jett and Ted has had a lot of good songs. People tend to forget some of the stuff that Ted's done, but Ted is from an older generation too, as well. So, and sometimes we see things in a different light. So I'll he's got a point here about how we quantify that. But then again, he's being very judgmental of Ted as well.
I think it's controversial to say I don't agree that a guitar player should be on this list. I think it's in bad taste. Why would you ever knock someone down in your industry? It's kind of shitty as a person, but I don't think this dude cares about that. Some people...
Okay, he's got a point. Why did you go out of your way to do this, Ted? What was the point of this? And once again, probably a little bit about her. I'm going to side with him on this.
Just like to hear themselves talk, though, especially the Grindmaster.
Grindmaster.
In this video,
he keeps going back to that again. Clearly, something butthurt him. To say this, but he brings up a point. Why did you have to bring this up? But Ted Nugent has always been opinionated. That's just the way he is and always has been. So, but I'm not saying that makes it okay.
Not necessarily even about the Joan Jett thing, because I'm not even going to argue. It's just so they've argued back and forth between each other. Joan Jett completely eviscerated him, by the way. But here's what...
Okay, first of all, he showed another side. It's not about this, but he keeps going right back to that subject, and then he says she completely eviscerated him, which is not true. It was a back and forth. So, calling out, he's already starting to show. Remember, again, he's being biased. He keeps going to that one side. He's angry about that. He must be defending Joan Jett for some reason. I don't know why. But remember, that's not a part of it, but yet he keeps going back to it. He's clearly bugged by that. He's automatically opinionated. They were both pretty harsh on each other. So let's continue.
Where it goes off the rails for old Grindmaster.
Dave Matthews, what a great guy. Folk music, if you like folk music.
Tell me you never listened to Dave Matthews without telling me you've never listened to Dave Matthews.
Love Dave Matthews, his drummer. What's his drummer's name?
Now, he just said he didn't say anything bad about Dave Matthews, so why did he say that? Tell me something without. See, he's got something. Something's bugging him. Culmination of things that made him butthurt. So he's going to attack anything Ted says here. So because he hasn't said anything bad about Dave Matthews yet.
Crunch Boy, Crunch Dog, Slam Master, whatever his name is, Bodega. Anyhow.
Oh my God, dude. I can't believe he put this on the internet. Well, I can believe it. Imagine insulting Carter Buford. I'm pretty sure there's not one respectable musician in the world who would ever say anything negative about Carter Buford. That was so condescending and racist.
Crunch Boy.
No, wait. He already went to racist because he didn't put him up in the upper echelon. He's a racist now. See, this is where I think we're starting to see issues. This isn't about the guitar topic. This is about other things now. A little bit of the, I got to play the White Knight Warrior here is what's starting to come out, which maybe I'm misreading it, but that's what I'm getting here. Just because you don't think somebody belongs on the top 100 means you're a phobe or racist or something. You're playing a slippery slope here. I don't like that.
Bodega.
And it's also the Grindmaster talking. It's not like an amazing musician is talking here. It's like a peon is talking about a god.
Here we go again. See, now he's not an amazing musician. Now he's a peon. He's right back to those attacks and attacks and attacks. So clearly this is definitely something more than the guitar topic. He's pretty butthurt here, and he keeps going back to that. So, because let's be honest, even if you hate his politics, if you don't like Ted Nugent's politics at all, you think he's a blowhard and narcissist, you have to admit he's still a darn good musician and has written a lot of good songs.
As if the god is the peon and the peon is the god. It's just crazy to me how delusional. Yeah, Dave Matthews.
Okay, see how he keeps going back to that. Now he's delusional. This is the separation mistake here that he's making. There's lots of musicians I do not like their political stance at all, but I still love their music. I think they're great musicians. So, but he's having an issue now. He's shifted from that to about the musicianship to all attacks on him because of his views. I don't like that. And this is a sad sign for Music Is Win, which always seems to be so happy and pleasant to me. I don't like this side.
Matthews sucks at guitar, just folk music. No rhythm, feel, like any kind of soul, really.
Now, he didn't say that, just for the record. He didn't say. He said it was good, but Dave Matthews is a good
can
guitarist,
play
like his
circles
music or
around
not.
Ted Nugent.
Oh, okay. Wait a minute now. Dave Matthews, good guitarist. He's got some actually pretty darn complex stuff if you look at it. Now, if you like that style of music, that's another story or not. That's subjective. But as a musician, he is skilled and has talent. But here it is. He just said he could run circles around. I don't agree with that. Ted Nugent, it's also. But once again, people make mistakes. We cover different timelines of music and try to compare them, and they're not necessarily equally comparable. They're completely different styles. Ted Nugent's 70s style was also a little bit different than his 80s style of music as well. So this really isn't. Once again, it's just coming out as complete butthurt.
Guess who else can play circles around Ted Nugent? A ton of guitar players. Me,
sure.
That's for sure.
Okay, wait a minute here. There is better guitarists than Ted Nugent. I think he would admit that, though he's good. But now look, he keeps having to do everything to beat him up. Now he's a better guitarist than Ted Nugent. I don't know. Maybe he is. Maybe he's not. I'm not one to judge there. I haven't sat down with both of them and judged them, and I'm not going to. But once again, that's a pretty big thing to say, that I'm better than this. I don't like that. That's once again, the ego, the butthurt is definitely hopping in there.
Guitar battle, me versus the Grindmaster. Anytime, any place, let's go. Dude can't even play his own riffs.
Okay,
right.
wait a minute. He just challenged Ted Nugent. I would love to see this. I don't know about you guys. I would love to see this. Let me know in the comments. Would you like to see this guy here challenge and have a guitar playoff with Ted Nugent? I think he might get a surprise about Ted Nugent's skills. But hey, it could go either way. Maybe he's fantastic. I mean, I know he's a good guitarist already, but better than Ted Nugent, that says a lot. We don't know every facet. This is once again the butthurt speaking past logical thought. Okay, this is Ted live. Okay,
See, that's not a.
he made a boo-boo.
It's a ninth chord.
Oh my God. Take this down. There's still time to. There's no time.
Okay,
to
now
take it
first
down.
of all, oh wait, here we go. Great. Okay, now something to be said here though. He took Ted Nugent playing live in front of a camera, which anybody can make mistakes live. We don't get perfect performances live all the time. Where this was a recorded pre-recorded video and edited and put in, where he could have had as many takes as he wanted. That's really not a fair comparison. I mean, who can't do that? Or you could pre-record it and then play along with it. He could have done as many times as needed to get it just perfect. So I don't buy this part, dude. That was low.
Now you can do it like this, Grindmaster. Just hit these two notes, make those intervals bloom a little
Okay,
more.
he's showing him
or you
that.
can do it your way.
Yeah,
You
there's
could try it like
ways.
this.
Okay, I see what he's doing here. So now, once again, he's trying to say, hey, I'm better than you because I did this. Once again, because he played it different doesn't make him better. This is, once again, unfortunately, he's off the topic and he's back to the butthurt. He's all about, I'm better than you, Ted. I'm white knighting for these people. Come on, dude. You're better than that. Good plan, though. Once again, could record as many times as he wanted.
And look, back in the 70s, Ted was a...
And then if you can, come on, we know Ted could do that without a problem. I've seen Ted live, and as I said, I watch this. I'm pretty trying to be impartial here, but I see a lot of butthurt attacks. Ted was butthurt about the top 100. This guy's clearly butthurt because he doesn't think who belongs in the top 100. And it seems like he's white knighting a little bit because he thinks there's some other elements at play.
a much better player. I'm not knocking an old guy for not having it under his fingers. Well, maybe that was just a bad moment.
Wait. He's not knocking him. Playing live is the old guy, but yet he's knocking him. Once again, get it straight.
Literally sounds like a Guitar Center on a Saturday.
Yeah.
This is bad. This is why I didn't want to make this video, because
Okay, but it was live, and who hasn't played something just off of the top of their head that didn't sound like epic in recording? And as I said, all his proof kept being on pre-recorded. It could be edited. If he made any mistakes, could have redone. Whereas Ted's is live. Really, that argument doesn't hold water. I'm really sad about that. That's just not right. And once again, this comes from a nobody. I know I'm a nobody. So when you get all mad at me in the comments, I know that.
I'm stooping to the level of the Grindmaster. I'm insulting him,
Yep.
and I don't mean to do that. Catch, Scratch, Fever, and Stranglehold are two very great riffs.
Okay,
and
good.
I just want to say, I'm disappointed. I just
Okay.
don't know how to make this video without having some like vinegar, you know, some like
Okay.
anger.
Being-
But I'm gonna
that's
try
good
and
to
rein
see.
it in and kind of make this entertaining
Thank
because
you.
this is just so. It's so if you don't laugh, you cry. But I'm not telling him to
Okay,
shut
but he
up.
did miss all of his
I'm
80s
just
stuff,
saying what
though.
you're
A
saying
lot of
is
his 80s stuff.
silly. Here's the
Like
thing: you got to have
the damn
people on
Yankees.
this side and people on this side saying different stuff, so that
Right.
we end up somewhere in the middle. That's democracy. That's the United States, as
wait,
the
whoa, whoa, whoa.
Grindmaster would
Just
love
for you
to
know,
tell.
hold on. We're not a democracy in the United States. Okay, that's not right. That's a common thing in politics that people get wrong. We are not a democracy.
Tell you. And the thing about it too is that we don't have to necessarily agree with each other. In this case, I'm
Excellent.
simply providing another perspective to the story in hopes that you will form your own opinion on what you really think. Is Joan Jett supposed to be on the Rolling Stone 100 Greatest Guitarists list from 2003? Sure, they picked her. And by the way, that's right up Rolling Stone's alley. Like, do you not
Sure,
know
they
the
did pick her.
brand
It's a
you're
choice.
consuming? You can go on the internet and find 100 other lists which could have more
right.
guitar players that you agree with on it. And guess what? Those would be different publications, different outlets, different tastes, genres, etc.
Joan Jett. Love Joan. Some of my greatest memories include lesbians. I love the lesbians. It's just a
Okay,
That's the best thing the
Okay,
Grindmaster said all day.
wonderment. Love Joan Jett.
For no reason. It has nothing to do with anything. Feels compelled to bring it
well,
up though.
okay, there. I have to disagree with him there. It does have something to do with it because he knows by disagreeing with her being on the list, instantly everybody in today's culture comes out as Europhobe. You're not allowed to have opinion, a subjective opinion on anything without somebody calling you a racist, a homophobe, or whatever it may be to attack you. And even Music Is Win is guilty here because he started swaying right to there. He has a feeling of those things. It looks like, but then he did rail it in a little bit and admitted that, and I really appreciate that he did that. I think that was a good step of saying I need to reel it in. I did this. So, but yet alone at the very beginning, he was going to talk about one thing that maybe a little bit here and there, but it's really about all of it there with very little on the actual subject itself. But he is right though. It's it's their list. It's subject to that. But let's be honest too. Rolling Stone has never been down to center. They've always been hard left, and they skew a lot that way. So the saying otherwise is disingenuous.
By the way, I love Joan, love lesbians, had great times with them over the years. It's like they're these creatures that like come out of the ground every
There's
now
the
and then.
butthurt
Like,
coming
oh,
out again."
lesbians! I love lesbians. Yeah.
But once again, we're in a period of time where if you don't state that, hey, I have nothing against these people, they automatically assume you hate them. That's a sign of the times. Sadly, it is what it is.
But anyway, I didn't want to make this about his politics,
But you
his
keep doing
sexism,
it.
his racism. I don't care about all that. Honestly, I really don't care. He's him. I'm me.
Did you catch
and-
that? I don't want to make this about his racism or his sexism. You did. So don't tell me you didn't mean to. If he didn't have that goal, he wouldn't have done this video in the first place. Let's be honest. So here it is, once again. He went off the rails. It wasn't about the top 100 being subjective and who you think are the top. It's now he's mad because of sexism and racism. People love to point the finger at anybody they disagree with, and it's the easiest thing to say, homophobe, racist, or anything. It dehumanizes the person, and it takes the emphasis off the argument. Then it puts the emphasis on defense on the other person. I don't like that. I think that's wrong. I think he made a mistake here. Yes, Ted can be a blowhard. There is no doubt about that. But let's not jump and pull the racist, sexist card at all. You don't know that. You don't know what's in the man's heart. But yet you keep saying you want to talk about this other side, but you keep going back here. You rail it in for about a half a second. You said some really, good points, and then you're right back to the racist, sexism stuff.
And if you agree with him, great. That's
Are
fine.
you
if
sure?
it's
Because
a
you just
free
called
country,
everybody a
as
safe-
Mr. Grindmaster would say. It's a free country. Say what you want, think what you want, but don't expect people to just let you say it without saying what they want.
Okay, he's got a point. You don't expect to, say what you want without having other people. But then again, you didn't just say that. You went to attacking him. So you said, hey, it's okay to have different opinions, but if you do, I'm going to call you a racist and a sexist. I don't like that. I think that's a mistake. Sometimes we are hard on our sleeve too much, and we go past logic here. You could say what you want, but I'm going to call you every dirty thing in the book. You did. He called them those things. There's no denying that, which is a lot worse than saying I don't believe this person belongs on the top 100 list of guitar players. Come on now.
Which is what's happening right now.
But is it top 100 guitar players, but you
Is it?
don't list Ricky Medlock or Dave Amato? Really?
Instead of saying who shouldn't be on some list from 2003, make your own list. It's really fun and easy.
You have to be a soulless soulless prick to put Joan Jett.
Okay, see, he's got to go right to the insult of doing something live that didn't sound the greatest.
Yeah, there's no soul in there, man. Is that the original demo for Cat Scratch Fever? Like,
oh, here we go
sounded
again.
like cats.
Joan Jett is on the list, but not.
She got on the list, but not. I want to be on the list.
And that could be the problem. It could be Maddie's on the list.
Grindmaster.
Grindmaster.
If Grandmaster Flash is in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and Joan Jett is on the list of the top 100 guitar players, then I'm Caitlyn Jenner's boy toy.
Oh my.
Wait.
I guess I sat down to learn the guitar a few dozen times before.
Cut this out.
I almost quit altogether until I heard of.
Did the Grindmaster just admit that he is Caitlyn Jenner's boy toy? Because both of the things that he said have to be true in order for him to be Caitlyn Jenner's boy toy are in fact true. Grindmaster, I think your intention was one thing, but you may want to walk that statement back.
But no, what he says, he didn't believe they deserved to be on there. So once again, he's got to take things slightly out of context to take a jab. Once again, for a guy who wants to focus on the topic and didn't want to make a video, he surely wanted to make this video and White Knight hard. Once again, I think he's a good guy. I'd like to, I'm sitting and talking to him. I think it'd be fun, but he's White Knighting hard here under the guise of something else. He came in with one thing and then completely did the opposite. I'm not going to do. You did it. So once again, shameful tactics.
All I expressed in an interview on WRIF was how I love Joan.
What?
But
that's all he said? Is that really all okay, objectively, be honest. Is that all he said was how he loved Joan Jett? I just don't. I hate revisionist.
Okay, he said in that interview, just so you know. And see, now he's taking other bits and he's going to call it revisionist history here. Listen to the interview then, and then find out for yourself. He's butthurt here and White Knighting. See, once again, it's not about the top 100 and his views. You can see he's clearly aggravated.
History, man. It's the worst thing when people say, I didn't say that. Especially when it's on video and like written word. Yeah, you did, bro. Own up to it. Just be a man. Own your either double down on what you said or apologize for it. You can't be like, I didn't say it. I didn't say that.
Along with Joni Mitchell. Love Joni Mitchell. If you want to play folk music, Peter, Paul, and Mary, go nuts.
Let me know if you've seen that interview. Did he say anything bad about Joan Jett in that interview? Because I can't recall every little bit of it, so I can't defend Ted there. But once again, he's got an axe to grind here, and clearly Ted was butthurt about the situation of the top 100. Didn't believe certain people agreed should have been on there. Once again, completely subjective, but then he has a subjective opinion too, and rather than argue the merits, which he spent probably 30 seconds arguing the merits of Joan Jett, the whole rest of this video so far is calling Ted outdated, whack job, pretty much a homophobe and everything else. Why don't you actually talk based on the merit?
Gordon Lightfoot going nuts.
Gordon Lightfoot, right?
Dude has such a tunnel. He has such a narrow view of what music is. It's so surprising. Just because somebody doesn't play like you do doesn't mean that they suck.
Okay, where did he say he didn't like certain types of music at all? He did, he mentioned different parts, mainly in the rock genre, from different ages. So once again, he didn't actually say anything that attacked those. So where's he coming off with this?
It's just so tiny brain.
Okay, here we got attack again, tiny brain. See, gotta go with all ad hominems.
Reading the news and it's all bad. They won't give peace a chance.
That right there is better than anything the Grindmaster's ever done. But Joni,
no, that was a great song. Okay, but better than anything Ted's ever done. That's subjective. Once again, see, you're seeing the butthurt come out here. Sad to say, but this gentleman is clearly butthurt hard and White Knighting hard. Ted Nugent was butthurt hard. I think this is a battle of the butthurts. Just two people got their butts hurt, and it's sad, because I like them both.
Mitchell, take a back seat. All right, now that the Grindmaster has totally screwed up my YouTube algorithm watching his videos, I always react to stuff in the news like the Gene Simmons thing, or in this case, the Grindmaster thing, where it's just, I gotta say something. I don't want to, but who else does? Nobody else.
No, you don't. Just because nobody else said anything doesn't mean you have to. There we go with another fallacy here. I have to attack Ted Nugent, call him these mean things because he disagreed with me with what belongs on the top 100. Now, you're mad at Ted because he doesn't believe who should be on the top 100, but then you are mad too because you're discussing who you think should be on the top 100 and defending that. You're both butthurt over the same thing, and you're being a little hypocritical. Both of you actually are being hypocritical here.
Else really says anything when these guys say this stuff. Like, there's a Guitar World article that comes out, all these articles come out, nobody speaks to the camera and says, hey, you're wrong. And
okay, nobody ever speaks against Ted Nugent. That is about the most wrong thing I've heard. Ted Nugent is constantly in the media of people attacking him and his views. To say anything otherwise, let's be honest, that's disingenuous. Believe or agree with him or not in any way, he is very political. He knows that, and he gets attacked a lot in the press and the media because he doesn't side with the left view, which is probably the side he's siding with. A lot of leftist views is why he's probably really so butthurt. So, hypocrite, pot, kettle black. You know, I like you, but you're messing up here.
here's why. Here's evidence why you're wrong. I don't know why more of my YouTube friends don't, but there's nothing to be scared of. Just keep it to a guitar battle. Seriously. Grindmaster. Guitar battle,
Please
you
do
and
it.
me, any stage, anytime, anywhere. Let's do it.
I just called you a homophobe and a racist, but hey, let's do something that's going to give me more attention and help me out. Come on now. We know the reason this video was made. You're pissy, you had an axe to grind, and you thought, hey, this is going to get me views. If you say anything otherwise, you're probably being disingenuous. But to be honest here, it'd be like me saying I didn't think this video was going to get any views. This one might get some views. Things that tend to be controversial get more views. We know that. You know, and once again, and you might, you know, it'd been different if you said, hey, I like Ted and I like this, but I disagree with his views. But the whole video, you've been sitting there attacking him and attacking as a character, and now you challenge him to a guitar playoff. I would love to see that, but here's something we'd have to consider. If this was to happen, who's going to make the final decision? Who's going to say who is best? How is this going to be evaluated?
Until next time, keep shredding.
All right, well, there we go. We have stuff. As I said, I like his channel. I like stuff. This is 1.5 million viewers. Look at this. And, of course, his viewers are going to probably have a lot of same views. Who is, you know, the F is Ted Nugent. Come on, if you don't really know who Ted Nugent is, there's a problem. You're not much of a guitarist. He's big. Yeah, good answer. You need to know your rock and roll history. Clearly, he's very outspoken. We all know that. You know, it just is the way it is. So there's going to be a lot of fighting probably in the comments section. But that's, you know, it boggles my mind. I mean, I know why he did it for the views, but I would love to see this challenge. I would. I think it'd be great, but, you know, he's doing it because it could help him. Let's be clear. He's challenging a guy, let's be honest, he's past his prime. No offense to him, but he's still a good guitarist nonetheless. He's not a full-time player anymore. He plays part-time, but he was speaking his mind about something in the past, like we can do. We can say, you know, go back and think about this. Why was this person on there? I don't see anything wrong with that. I don't think he needed to do it, though, on a video. And Ted does have a, you know, he's a narcissistic system there and of beliefs in his ways. And believe him or you like him or not, once again, he's a good guitarist. Once again, subject to, you know, your own thoughts. It's just like his thoughts, too. But to sit there and go on attacks when we're supposed to be at about the top 100, I think you missed the point here. Well, there we have it. I don't do a lot of these videos myself either, but this one did make me want to talk about it. I thought it'd be a fun subject to talk about. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Until next time, keep it frugal.